got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk, we always on the mark. It's your main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in to another night with the crew. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter, super excited to be here, guys. We have an amazing show planned for you tonight, and I can't wait to just dive into it. Also, Jason, that introduction, what do you think you're doing? You're hosting a podcast, not open mic night. You're not a DJ. What are you doing?
Oh, I am a DJ, a presenter. It's my role. Bill, what up? How you doing?
I am great. Better being seen and not viewed. That came from my grandmother, so there I am citing more sources.
Appreciate that. So we don't get accosted. And actually, Dexter, I am this is a 3-ring circus, and I do like structure. I did a little test, and I'm the guardian type of leader. That means I like structure, organization. So that's what you're gonna have to deal with me, okay?
Can you send that to me? I want to take that test too.
Also, just send it to me as well.
Yeah.
Y'all need to have some money. Y'all got money?
Everybody,
what kind of money you had it with 23andMe?
You gotta pay for it. Oh, by the way, 23andMe. Before I bring Ty on here, I'll let him get himself situated. 23andMe is actually going bankrupt, so they're gonna have to sell to somebody. So if y'all got y'all data up on that 23andMe, I would implore you to go ahead and download that data and delete the account expeditiously.
How is 23andMe bankrupt? Like, how do you get all these? How do you get all these people's data, sell it, and still not have no money?
And was valued at $6 billion
at one point.
So what happened?
People stopped getting. It's kind of like a one-time thing.
Farm. Only so many houses you can buy.
Exactly.
You can sell it. You know he's selling people's data.
You only got one DNA. Like, it's not like you can just keep going back and getting paid again. So it's like a thing that you can only do one time. So the business model is just
crime. Ain't nothing else they can do.
Yeah, the business model is faulty. All right, Ty, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to be slightly late today.
Oh, just slightly. Yes. How's the weather over there? I see, Ty, you have the hoodie unzipped. How's the weather over there in the Northeast?
You point out the most random things. Your hoodie's unzipped. It was about 65, 70 degrees today.
All right.
And it's snowing tomorrow.
80. Snowing
tomorrow.
Snows in the forecast.
Yeah.
Right.
Really?
Like in real life.
Oh gosh. Well, pray and pray hard. Is that what we got to do?
Pray to your God.
To your God. All right. With that being said, let's move to politics.
Politics as usual.
All right, here we go. This week in politics, we all have that one group chat that gets a little out of hand, but imagine opening yours to find out you've been added to a conversation about U.S. war plans. That's exactly what happened to a journalist when Trump's top national security team used a group chat to coordinate a military strike and accidentally hit add contact on the wrong person. What started out as a quiet leak has now spiraled into one of the strangest modern national security debacles we've seen. A group chat called Signal, where top Trump officials allegedly discussed active military strikes in Yemen. The chat included the vice president, the defense secretary, and the Atlantic's editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg. Yeah, he got the war text before the bombs dropped. And speaking of bombs, a lot of bombs have been dropping since. Because this encrypted messaging app Signal was not supposed to be used for such activities. According to The Atlantic, that editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg received detailed plans for airstrikes against militants in Yemen 2 hours before the operation began. He even received target lists, attack timing, and weapons details. At first, Goldberg thought it was a prank, and then the bombs started falling. That chat included Vice President J.D. Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and CIA Director John Ratcliffe. Also appearing, Tulsi Gabbard, who dodged direct questions about her involvement in a tense Senate intelligence hearing earlier today.
So, Director Gabbard, did you participate in the group chat with Secretary of Defense and other Trump senior officials discussing the Yemen war plans?
Senator, I don't want to get into the specifics.
Ma'am, were you on? You're not going to be willing to address. So you're not. Are you denying? Ma'am, will you answer my question, ma'am? You were not TG on this group chat.
I'm not going to get into the specifics.
So you refuse to acknowledge whether you were on this group chat.
Senator, I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Why are you going to get into the specifics? Is it because it's all classified?
Because this is currently under review by the National Security Council.
Because it's all classified? If it's not classified, share the text now.
As the White House previously
stated, is it classified or non-classified information on this text?
I can confirm.
Director Radcliffe, were you on the group chat?
Not letting him up. Meanwhile, President Trump is brushing it off, saying the signal is, quote, the best technology for the moment, and chalking it up to a glitch.
People do get on those lines, whether it's Signal or anything else, yeah.
Are you going to change any procedures as a result of this?
Well, I mean, look, we look at everything, and, you know, they've made a big deal out of this because we've had 2 perfect months. We are bringing in business. We have another one announced tomorrow, a big one, very big. Like in the history of our country, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And I think probably a lot of people are saying they started by saying it was the greatest first month that a president has ever had, and I think that's true. And now they say it's the best second month, and they had to find something. And this certainly will look at this, but the main thing was nothing happened. The attack was totally successful. It was, I guess, from what I understand, took place during, and it wasn't classified information. So this was not classified. Now, if it's classified information, it's probably a little bit different. But I
It's just saying anything, Bill.
Literally saying anything out of that face. Like, it's the best. We've had the greatest 2 months ever.
Yeah, like that's what they're saying. I wouldn't say it, but I guess I'd agree. It's the best 2 months in history. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, like, did you not see the building of Rome? Did you miss the Enlightenment? Socrates, the pyramids?
National Security Advisor went further, shifting the blame to the press and assuaging King Donald that no one would ever risk security of the country.
Very exciting. But I think it's something you should look into.
Yes, sir, we are. We have our technical experts looking at it. We have our legal teams looking at it. And of course, we're going to keep everything as secure as possible. No one in your national security team would ever put anyone in danger. And as you've said, and we've repeatedly said, the attack was phenomenal and it's ongoing. But the media wants to talk about everything else except for the hostages you're getting out of the Middle East, Iran on its back foot, sea lanes getting reopened, peace in Europe. As we just saw today with a Black Sea ceasefire, we were just on with Steve Witkoff, myself, our team in Saudi Arabia. They want to talk about all this other stuff except for your amazing successes and the successes of your team.
One of the other things
they know how to pivot, don't they? But while journalists and lawmakers raise red flags, the FBI has yet to publicly investigate. Experts warn that this could have violated the Espionage Acts or federal records laws, especially with auto-disappearing messages on the app not approved for classified content. Even some former military officials say that if any ordinary officer had done this, they'd be facing court-martial or worse. And let's be real, when Hillary Clinton used a private email server, it sparked years of investigations, hearings, chants, and headlines. But now we've got top Trump officials casually group chatting war plans on the Signal, and the FBI says we're good. So here's the question. What's more dangerous, using Signal for war planning or pretending that it's not a big deal after the fact? What you guys think?
Her emails.
But her emails. What you guys
I think the craziest part about this is when he said, he as in Donald Trump said that basically the strike had already happened when this text message had gone out. So it wasn't we didn't breach any security at all. Like
he said the strike was successful at the end of the day.
It was successful. We didn't breach any security. So like there's no issue here. I think what's crazy about that is that a lot of people hear that and they're like, oh yeah, he's right. Nothing bad came out of this. Nobody got it wasn't unsuccessful. It was fine. Like there's no issue here. And I think that we probably should be like, hey, let's take some accountability and say like, hey, we're going to change up some measures. Maybe we won't send certain things out in text messages, or maybe we'll do some verifications. None of that. And I do understand not letting people see you sweat, but I do think we should say like, hey, like this was an oversight. Yes, the strike was still successful. However, we will be throwing some protocols in there to make sure this never happens again. Just so you know that the American people have a little bit of security, like knowing that you're not sending a random journalist, nuclear codes and whatnot.
Here's the thing, right? And here's where I don't know, I probably take a little more issue than others. I've been deployed, I've been in wartime environments, and Signal is the chat. Like I was just going through my phone. We use Signal very regularly, okay? Mm-hmm. The issue is, on all the Signal chats that I've had, I've never, ever, and neither have my general officers or field officers or higher ranking personnel, none of us have ever accidentally added somebody to the chat.
So it's incompetence that you're pissed off at.
That's what it is, because you have to, after you start the chat, in order to add somebody, you got to click and then scroll through and then add them, and then you confirm your ad.
Confirmation. Okay, there's that little window that pops up that says confirm or cancel.
How on earth? See, you're 90 years old. Put them glasses on before you get to scrolling up on that phone, and stop being so proud and use the big text.
Bill, what they say was done in the dark will be okay.
It come on out to the light.
Is that scripture, or do I have to?
We might got to cite that source. There might be somebody with a. Never mind.
I don't know who said that. Ty, how corrupt are things right now in Washington on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's why I always get it in first. Like when we have a topic, I'll answer first, so that he can't ask me a question.
I always have follow-ups.
How corrupt are things about? To be honest with you, this is hilarious to me. And because we've gone through recent history of like any mistakes that have been made under anyone's watch, right?
Right.
Trump has been there like for the last God knows how many years since Obama was in office, like there to criticize every single move. But like to him, this is not a mistake. And we should be focused on the good things that are being done. And he's just downplaying something that, like, I know Donald Trump would have murdered Joe Biden.
Absolutely for. He wouldn't even had to.
This would have trended on Truth Social.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
This would have been on Fox News for a month.
I know. Like, can you imagine how they would have ripped, I mean, torn.
This would be gone by next week.
Pieces if something like this would have happened. I mean, they would have been beside themselves. They would have been on the news crying about how their security is at risk and how at this point they need to. I guarantee you, articles of impeachment would have gone out if this was under Joe Biden. I guarantee it. But for Donald Trump doing, no big deal. Like, I mean, literally nothing he does is a big deal to these people, and I just find it.
I will say though,
right? Like, what else can you do with it?
One thing that I will say that one of the reasons why I think this stuff goes away, because he gets in front of these things too. I do think that if this was like a Joe Biden thing, he would let them drag it out. Like, he wouldn't offer like a statement or whatever. Donald Trump's going to give you an excuse no matter what. Like, no matter how crazy the situation is.
He things about thinking. So other people have to calculate it, and they have to think, and they have to
make sure to workshop it. They have to make sure
exactly. There's a process. They'll stick a camera in his face. He'll go, No big deal. We're
yeah.
sweeping that under the rug.
Did y'all see him come up with an answer right then and there?
He didn't consult with a soul before.
Not
he
one person. He said,
yeah,
yeah. And
Signal is the most secure app that anyone has ever used in the world. Okay,
and I'll take it a step further. I don't think he's just talking just to talk. I think he genuinely believes what he's saying too, and that's why I think so many people believe it too.
He's so good at deflecting.
I don't think that he believes that
I'm going to tell you right now,
Democrat.
Donald John Trump has never. He don't even know where Yemen is. Okay, he's never seen an attack in Yemen. Most presidents, when an attack happens, they are sitting in the situation room and they are watching it as it happens. That they brought him a piece of paper, he signed it and whisked them away. They went and bombed the hell out of Yemen, and he was just like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, wait, what? It's on the news now? How do they know?"
Let me text my friends.
He said lemons? Like, what is
Let me text my group chat. That's what he said. Let me get to the group chat and see what happened.
The GC.
And did you hear? Oh, and Mr. President, they're not focusing on the wonderful things that you've done.
Get up.
What they doing down? What they doing down? What they doing down, Jason?
They down there.
Like, oh my God.
Down there looking for screws on the floor.
Like, no, Trump really is our king. This is crazy. Like, I don't think
they acting like it.
They are.
Like, we're
like whispering in the king's ear, like little distractions. Sir, don't listen to them. They're just jealous because you had the greatest months in history. Like, what are you talking about?
No, don't worry, you're the fairest of them all. Snow White can never be as beautiful as you. Like,
they're legit walking into him. And they're like, "Sir, do you have the heir ready for the throne?"
No one would ever, your national security people, we would never put the nation in danger.
Kill them, Your Majesty. You must kill them all.
It's like Jafar. Like, what are you talking about?
They're all Iago, and he's Jafar. That's what it is.
All right, moving on. Speaking of Trump, he wants a portrait of himself taken down from a Colorado Capitol building, calling it purposefully distorted and quote unquote the worst he's ever seen.
I'm with Trump. They tried.
I'm with him too. Don't play with me.
This is the official portrait that was commissioned by Republicans, funded through a GOP-led effort, and has been hanging there since 2019. But now Trump is not only criticizing the artist who painted a widely praised Obama portrait that you can see there beside the Trump one, but he's demanding that the Democratic governor, Jared Polis, take it down, writing on True Social the following. Trump, Trump, we don't have, crap. I might not be able to pull it up, Trump, but
well, let me chime in.
Okay, let's see.
Whilst you fetch it.
I'll fetch it.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, sorry. I gotta fetch it. Gotta fetch.
Can you fetch it without me?
I can't. It's impossible.
I didn't want to be here. Whilst he fetches, I think we're gonna phone in DJ.
So hold up. Do you like the photo? Do you think the photo is bad?
The photo's terrible.
It's
terrible.
It's the most terrible thing I've ever seen.
It's awful. It doesn't even look like him.
Terrible.
It looks like the version of him that you see on Family Guy.
That tie is beautiful, though. I'll tell you that.
That's about all that's beautiful about the picture.
What else is?
That's it.
Get me off of here.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting it. I have to, it's production, live production, Bill. Oh my God.
I get that. My eyes are
Go ahead and make fun of Trump.
That's how you go ahead, filibuster for a couple of seconds. You hated it on a scale of 1 to 10. How bad was it?
No, seriously though, it really was terrible. And I think the people who fashioned that photo did that on purpose. It was obviously
it was a Republican-led effort.
Obama's photo next to him looks perfect. It looks exactly like him. So why is it that you're not able to capture Trump's actual? Trump is the best looking person, so there's no reason to do this. Like, you can put his actual photo up. Like, what is this?
All right, there we go. Go ahead, Trump.
Greetings, boys. I'm here, and I just want to read you a little statement from the teleprompters. Nobody likes a bad picture or painting of themselves, least of all me, as good as I look. Nobody looks better. But the one in Colorado and their state capital put up by the governor, along with all the other presidents, was purposely distorted to a level that even I, perhaps have never seen before. And I have seen it all. I promise I've seen it all, folks. You've never seen more than me. The artist also did President Obama, who probably is not American, born in Kenya. And he looks wonderful. Okay. But the one on me is truly the worst. She must have lost her damn mind, her talent, as she got older. Okay. In any event, I would much prefer not having a picture than having this one. Okay, folks. But many people, good people from all sides, from Colorado, have called and written to complain. Even the Democrats, the liberal left, they've even complained. I tell you, they complained. Pocahontas was on the phone. She complained. Okay. In fact, they are actually really, really angry about it. Okay. And I'm speaking on their behalf to the radical left governor who had a witch hunt and a hoax out there, Jared Polis, who is extremely weak on crime. Okay. He's the weakest I've ever seen, folks. You've never seen anybody weaker on crime than that guy, Jared, or whatever his face is. Okay. Okay. In particular, with respect to the Drendon, okay, which particularly took over Aurora with the weeds. Okay, don't worry, folks. We saved it to take it down. Jared, you should be ashamed of yourself, not Kushner. That's all I'm saying, folks. God bless you. God bless America, not Mexico, the English-speaking America, and
Greenland.
no place else.
Greenland.
No place else.
Yeah. He played the hits in that one little post. And this is the president of the United States of America. Is there any bottom to this? Republicans are siding though with him, and the painting has been removed and put into storage. So what's your opinion on all of this? Good look, bad look, doesn't matter. Is he king at this point? Because he's just going crazy.
There's plenty of bottom to this, and they're all Republicans.
Oh, okay. Dex?
I think that Trump signed in order to shut down the Department of Education. I also think that he's battling a judge who said that he is unlawful for him to fire 1,600 government workers. I think these are things that are happening in real time and in real life. And we can't spend time worrying about him arguing about a photo. I think this is fodder, and I think this is a distraction. I think he throws and he does these things. Mind you, this is the president of the United States, and he's doing all these things to harm other people in this country, yet he wants to spend his time talking about a photo in Colorado from 2019. And we are supposed to think that this is something important that we should be all discussing and talking about and stuff like that. That's absolute BS. For us on this show, I get it. It's fun. We can talk about it. But realistically speaking, like this was a story on Fox News. Like this is a story that's taking over airways right now. This is BS to me.
Well, it's a ridiculous request, and he just knows people are going to acquiesce, and that's why he's doing it.
Why can't we just say it's a ridiculous request? Now let's talk about those 1,600 government workers that you just fired.
Well, he didn't fire them. Elon Musk.
You allowed it to happen.
Our co-king Elon did.
Like it's just like one of those things where, like, and I think we're going to see more things like this, where he brings up like people always say like people always talk about distractions, and I feel like this is exactly one of those. This is a distraction.
Trump money, he got money, but his money not Elon money, so you can't really tell Elon what to do, unfortunately. I mean, maybe it's fortunate, maybe it's not. I mean, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't, you know. Ty, if you were Trump, if you had the power that in the control that Trump has over the Republican Party, do you think this is a reasonable ask? He has the power in the Colorado Senate. He got it taken down because he has that power. Do you think it was a reasonable request? Or outlandish?
Yeah, I'm not going to allow the ugly photo to stand. I just can't have that. Because you know I'm going to be king for the next 10 years, at the very least, and I can't have that. So I got the photos got to go. Yes, I'm laying off workers. Yes, I have a co-king. Yes, someone paid for my presidency. Yes, I'm signing things that I don't know what they say. However, I've got to get that photo down. That's something
it's the neck. It's that part above, right behind
it's
that
the
ear.
ugliest photo of Donald Trump I've ever seen.
Kiss that neck.
It's awful, and the person who painted it knows it's awful.
You know what? The craziest thing is, it ain't that far off.
It's not that
It's not
far off.
that far off. It's just the cheeks are too puffy. It's I don't know how to explain.
But that's how
it.
he used to look before he got on that Zimpy.
On that Zempic, it's just off enough to where it's gotta go.
It is just off enough.
Like it's not totally off. It's just off enough.
It's like I know something ain't right. I just don't know what.
Exactly. Like something's not right. I don't know what it is.
It's that chin or that undercarriage under that chin.
It's definitely that undercarriage.
But he's got that. It's just not that.
It's not high and tight enough. Like he's got the hair, but it's like not tight. Like that face.
That chin
is Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, they've taken it down, so we will. He does look like Boss Baby. That is absolutely true.
They probably did it on purpose. Like they wanted him to look like a baby.
It was a GOP funded.
Right. They hate him. You know they hate him.
Well, they hate Obama too, and they gave Obama. Look at Obama's.
The Republicans hate Trump more than the Democrats do.
Obama's photo is also tilted to the side. Like everybody else is like facing forward. Obama's tilted to the side. Almost as if you look,
because we 3/4 of a person.
If you look halfway, he may disappear.
Like,
3/5. Oh, we're not even 3/4. We 3/5.
It was 3/5, Jason.
Damn. I should give him this extra 15%. Oh, damn. Racism never ends. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is in the hot seat, not for one comment, but for a collision course with some of the most powerful names in the country, including Elon Musk and Donald Trump's Attorney General, Pam Bondi. At the center of this is Crockett's support for a growing movement that happened late last week, which was called the Tesla Takedown. This is what Jasmine Crockett had to say as she was excited about such a premise.
I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. Listen, I have learned as I serve on the Doge Oversight Committee that there is only one language that the people that are in charge understand right now. And that language is money.
So that's what she had to say. And the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, wasn't feeling it. On Fox News, she accused Jasmine Crockett of inciting domestic terrorism and warned that her words could have real legal consequences. Bondi demanded an apology not just to Musk, but to Tesla in Texas, and even to Tesla's shareholders. Here's what Pam Bondi had to say on with Maria Bartiromo, who looks like she is struggling each and every day to get out of that bed.
And Maria, now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. And yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk. And we're going to fight to protect all of the Tesla owners throughout this country, and it's this basic safety. Once again, domestic terrorism is going to come to a stop in our country.
Well, ooh, with that wig and them glasses, looking like that on that TV. Boy, no way.
So does Pam work for Tesla or does she work for the United States of America? Because I think she got it confused. Who signed your check, baby doll? You don't work for Tesla. Why are you worried about it?
We'll do whatever. Nothing's going to happen to Elon. We'll do whatever it takes to protect all of us.
King.
You are the Attorney General. You don't work for Tesla. You're not a spokesperson for Tesla.
Like, what are you talking about? He's not even American. He's not even American.
Let's start there.
That's some weird stuff there.
No, he's in charge. She's doing what she needs to do.
And I just want to be the first person on here to say, I want us to protect Jasmine Crockett at all costs. That woman is a queen. She is amazing. I think she's doing the Lord's work out here, and I hope she has a very happy birthday. And I hope all her birthday wishes come true.
Here's the other thing. Sister Crockett is a lawyer. So I think she knows what's well within her right to say. And
remember that First Amendment right that people was all like up in arms about? Or you can say whatever you want to say. What happened to that?
Where is everybody else? Why is she working so hard by herself?
Thank you. Like that. Okay. And we're not done because we do have more from Sister Crockett. She's never one to shy away from a fight. She went on MSNBC and responded to Pam with her little comments, and this is what she had to say back to Pam in a response to Pam going off about it's domestic terrorism. This is what Jasmine had to say.
I want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever, yet I've also never made excuse for those violent actors such as the ones on January 6th. So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
Period.
Talk to your boss is nasty.
The big boss, the biggest, the largest.
And the funny thing is he talking about Elon? Is she talking about Don?
It applies. It applies either way.
The line of Don. We don't know.
If it applies.
Oh, I had a very nasty joke too, but it's not funny. It's good. I'll tell you off air.
Speaking of very nasty jokes,
I'll just say this. She said those guys. She didn't say. Never mind. Let's keep going.
Okay. Now that wasn't already heat enough for one lawmaker, Jasmine Crockett found herself in a second firestorm while speaking at the Human Rights Campaign Gala in Los Angeles. We love a gala. Crockett spoke about Governor Greg Abbott, who has used a wheelchair since an accident in his 20s. Talking about Governor Greg Abbott, she said the following.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes. Right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move on because I got other people this also hot in these streets.
You know what I said? We're gonna protect Jasmine Crockett at all costs. Not no more. She needs to go to jail. And as a matter of fact, she can't say whatever she wants to say. She runs out. You give him an inch, they want to run with a mile. Why would you call that man Hot Wheels? What's wrong with you? You can't do stuff like that. That's not protected in the First Amendment, right? I'm telling you, it is absolutely fine.
The clip went viral, and it didn't take long for Republican lawmakers and even some Democrats to call the remark offensive and ableist. Calling for censures started almost immediately, but Crockett is standing firm, saying that she was not mocking Governor Abbott's disability. She later clarified that the comment was aimed at his immigration policy, specifically the practice of busing migrants from Texas to Democratic cities, often with no coordination. Hot Wheels. So she pointed out.
Yeah, I think that's
good.
Look,
she did that time. You like that explanation?
If Donald Trump can say that the airstrike was successful, so this text message situation is nothing, she could say that, and I'm fine with it.
Like she had that thing in her back pocket the whole time.
It came right off the top of her head. She is the female Donald Trump.
I don't understand how it's okay for him and the rest of his crew to just walk around, roll around, and waltz around saying whatever they'd like.
Not roll around.
Darren gonna say she better spin it. That's nasty, Darren.
I gotta spin it when he's in a wheelchair.
That's right, Darren. That was very nasty. Don't do that.
I just think if the crew's gonna walk around and roll around and waltz around, then everybody's ought to be able to be on the same playing field, and you ought to be able to say what you like.
Exactly. We the wrong ones for thinking she was even going there about his disability. Exactly. She wasn't even going there. So that's our brains going crazy. Right?
We see him as the man. You see him as a paraplegic. We're not the same.
Right. We wasn't doing that. She said, and at no point did I mention or allude to his condition. Condition is nasty.
Condition is nasty.
What are your thoughts on Congresswoman Crockett continuing to be one of the only people vocally voicing dissatisfaction with this administration? Do you think she's out there getting bombed on, unnecessarily, or do you think, it's actually doing something for the cause?
It's doing something for me.
Well, I'm telling you.
I wonder what her thoughts are about her colleagues. Because, where are they?
Hakeem Jeffries gets out there and he says his little speech every couple of weeks.
Oh, spare me. Hakeem Jeffries is dry as a box of Kleenex. He can hush.
Maybe he talks a lot and none of his clips go viral. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, the last time his clip went viral was, well, what can we do? We ain't got all the leverage. We ain't got no leverage. What we supposed to do?
What I want a nigga to do? Like,
in fact, I really only want to hear from her. And every once in a while, what's the mayor of New York's name? What's his name again?
Bloomberg?
No, not him.
Eric Adams.
Eric Adams. I like to hear from Eric Adams every once in a while.
AOC has been working. Darren is correct.
She ain't been saying much.
Yeah, but we don't really want to hear that noise.
You know who I would love to hear from right now, who was a trusted voice in our community, who's no longer with us? That city councilman from Detroit.
I know, I would too. Yeah, he was really good. Rest in peace. He just.
And what happened to Lightfoot from Chicago? What happened to her?
Y'all saying she looked like a leprechaun, so she ain't fooling.
And what was the lady's name in Atlanta? What was her name? Keisha Lance Bottoms. Where's she at?
They are governors. They're not like.
I know, but I want to hear what y'all thoughts though. Like, tweet it out. Tell me what y'all.
Senators and governors aren't really the same type of people. Like,
yeah, but I just want to know what you got to say though.
They're not the same type of people.
They ain't got nothing to say.
All governors do is sign them bills. That's all they do. Them senators and the Congress people, they are
Congress
fighters.
people got to say.
They are nasty people.
You have to, and you can't be a state congressman. You got to be a U.S. congressman.
U.S. congressman.
There's a difference. State congressmen, they the ones that parade around your city pretending like they working. They just collecting
you gotta have a little bit of protection before you open.
The only one that was survivable in that Congress and that Senate is Gavin Newsom out here in He's a nasty one. So he could survive. All the other governors, I can't see it. I can't see it.
They can't.
I mean, DeSantis maybe, but even him, he kind of gets a little.
And wait, whatever happened to the one who did the protest during the speech? What's his name?
Al Green.
Yeah, what happened to him?
They censured him. So you can't.
Means they just took his words off the record. They took his comments off the record. That's all that means. It ain't nothing. It still happened. We remember the internet list forever.
Forever.
I just looked at the time.
I know we got to move. Thanks, Dex, for that little hint. Time to move to the school. Dex, lucky for you, we get. All right, so these are quick stories. Here we go. Today we're digging into an update. What'd you say?
We don't even know how to do this right.
Who don't know how to do it right?
Us.
We got because y'all be rambling. I'll be rambling.
Today
we're digging into an update in
quick.
the ongoing civil case involving Diddy, and this one's a legal curveball that might change how you view the case or not. Here's what happened: a federal judge in New York dismissed several of the claims in Little Rod's lawsuit against Diddy. For context, we talked about this a few months ago. Little Rod, a music producer who worked on Diddy's Love album, accused him last year of everything from sexual assault and sex trafficking to breach of contract and civil racketeering. But in a new ruling, the judge tossed out a big chunk of those claims that include the racketeering charges, saying that there just wasn't enough evidence to link Rod's allegations to a criminal enterprise, which is what the RICO law is meant to address. He also ruled that Diddy not paying for Rod production work was not enough to build a contract or emotional distress claim. Now, the serious charges like sex trafficking and assault, those are still very much on the table, so this isn't a full win for Diddy. It's more like the case is getting narrowed down to what a judge considers a provable and relevant case. So does any of this shift your perception of Diddy's legal situation, or is it just legal housekeeping before the real battle begins? What you guys think?
It's a little legal housekeeping. However, comma, he is lucky they got rid of that RICO charge, because the one thing about that FBI, baby, when they slap you with a RICO charge, they don't give a hoot about nothing. Everybody's going down, okay?
Yeah.
So be glad you didn't get the RICO.
I don't know if I've ever said this on this show, but I do want to go on record by saying after watching, I believe it was Hulu's documentary on Diddy, I think it was called like The Rise and Fall of Diddy. After watching that, I'm not saying I think he's innocent, but I would not be surprised if Diddy gets off. Like after watching that, I'm like, yeah, because it seemed to me like after watching that, like there's a lot of things that like don't really add up. And there's a lot of times, a lot of cases and situations in this where it seems like they've thrown things to the wall and to see what would stick. And it's been put out publicly, but a lot of this stuff is falling off the walls. And like, this is just another situation of it falling off the walls. And there was one situation specifically where I'm like, well, this is very clearly sex trafficking. And then they kind of went more into it. And that case is not even a part of his legal situation because the cops have covered for him. The person disappeared and all that kind of stuff like that. And I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy gets off. I don't think he should, but I would not be surprised.
Gets off as mean as gets out of jail, or just avoid some of the more
gets off with
charges?
the situation. I feel like one of the biggest nails in his coffin is the Cassie situation, and I don't think Cassie's going to testify against him. And I think without her, I don't really think that they have much else to go off of, and I think that he's going to go free.
I mean, he has 97 lawsuits still, Dex?
He's got 1 million lawsuits, but I'm telling you, and I've been reading through these lawsuits, every single one of those lawsuits, they mentioned something about Cassie. There's always a Cassie thing in it, and I'm telling you, I don't think Cassie's going to be that smoking gun that we think she's going to be.
All right.
I just need to pause and say thank you, Jason, for this song choice.
You're welcome. I don't know if you could hear it or not. All right, let's talk about a headline that's got layers. And legal, personal, and honestly, even gendered at some points. Kim Kardashian is reportedly at her limit, saying that she needs her lawyer on speed dial just to navigate Kanye West's unpredictable behavior, especially when it comes to their kids. From emergency custody hearings to Kanye allegedly hosting the Tate brothers during visits with his daughter North, Kim is now drawing a hard line. And Kanye's remarks on Kim being a bad parent, leading their kids into sex trafficking, as he wrote on Twitter, which was kind of crazy. Black China, the mother of Kim's niece, had this to say about the situation.
Kim is the best mother ever. Believe that shit. And I be goddamn if I'm gonna let Kanye do that, Kanye. Nah. I'm not gonna let him do that to her without saying something. Fuck. She a good mother, and for real, she let that little girl get away with too much mother shit as it is. And then sitting up there on the stage with fucking convicted killers and pedophiles. I mother revoke his mother rights for life, bitch. Then you disrespectful knowing my daughter online, and you got your mother ass phone ass wife, fuck ass bitch. The fuck. Half naked everywhere looking like a fucking space cadet. God damn.
I love a space cadet.
Space cadet is crazy.
That's so good to me.
And then another part of the culture universe, Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, is now speaking out after Kanye's latest social media rants, the ones that included disturbing comments about B and Jay-Z's children. Knowles says that Kanye will, quote unquote, pay a price, not just in court, but in karma. So the question we're asking, we've seen people like Britney Spears, women like Wendy Williams, Amanda Bynes, all placed under conservatorships, often for far less public instability. So what do you guys think? If Kanye was a woman, would the public or the courts have already stepped in here and done something about all of this erratic
Please
behavior?
don't piss me off. Please
What's
don't
wrong?
piss me off. Don't piss me off.
What?
Stop it.
Stop
this
what?
Is not, stop it.
Stop what, Dex? He's been
Don't
going
piss
crazy
me- This
for
what they
20
run
years.
if it was a
I'm sorry,
woman.
not 5 years at least.
Please don't piss me off. Because Michael Jackson wasn't a woman.
They didn't put him under
He
conservatorship.
wasn't under no conservatorship.
Well,
Exactly. So that's the point, Dex. Like they're putting the women under conservatorships.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
The erratic.
No,
Dax, don't bail on the conversation.
Nope, I'm gonna shut it because if I keep talking, I'm gonna get this whole operation shut down.
There's nothing about getting anything
Let's
shut down.
We want to hear your opinion.
I just want to hear your opinion.
You don't want to hear my opinion.
I do actually.
No, I don't. I tell you after the show.
What do you mean off the show?
I don't want to hear your opinion after the show.
I tell you this. I don't think that this is a man versus woman thing. I don't think that. I think we just
What
make
do you
excuses for Kanye West in general. I just think we make excuses for him.
Okay, but those are excuses that
I
other
think
people
Britney,
weren't
Amanda,
afforded.
and Wendy Williams, what happened to them was necessary. Every single one of them, they needed it because once
Is
they
it
got out,
unnecessary for Kanye West?
What? Say that again.
Is it not necessary for Kanye West?
Kanye needs some mental help as well. He does.
No,
Absolutely.
No, I'm talking about a formal conservatorship that would force him.
Well, I don't believe in that. No, he don't need that. He needs a little. He needs his.
But Wendy Williams
Kanye West
and
needs
Amanda
somebody-
Bynes and Britney Spears needed that.
Kanye West needs someone to whoop his ass. That's what he needs. That's what Kanye West needs. And once you give him a good whooping, like he'll get himself together. See, that's why
I'm just saying, it seems like it's a double standard to me. Maybe it's just me. Is it a double standard to you, Ty? Do you think he would have been if he was?
What if I can apply to run Kanye's affairs? That's what I want. The family don't seem to be stepping in.
You're on
You on there, bro.
mute.
I'm aware. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I I don't know, right? It's an interesting dynamic there. Kanye West is being told what he can and can't say by a former adult superstar. So that's interesting, right?
Wait, Jason, can you put it back on there?
You know, you are out here having sex on the internet, so you telling me what I can and can't do.
I am very concerned about the mental well-being of Kanye West. I do not think that it's appropriate to abuse people who have seemingly have any type of undiagnosed or diagnosed mental illnesses. That is not what I meant, and I would like my comments to be stricken from the record.
Well, with that, I guess we can move on.
What? Oh, excuse me?
What's happening?
Wow, that's a first. It's stricken from the records. Okay, look,
So
you're
when
backing
you
down.
post this again, I want that part taken out.
It's not gonna be taken out.
Okay. All right.
Why'd you look down at the statement though? Who that come?
Because it's a ChatGPT. You had to see what ChatGPT was going to say. And last but not least, rapper Young Miami hit Club Shay Shay's couch and brought up Lizzo's weight loss as an example of double standards women face about their bodies. Fair point, for sure. Of course, we all support that.
Wait, is both of them Lizzo?
No, Lizzo is on the left.
Well, I'm about to
And
say
Young-
that's Zippy.
No, that's Lizzo on the left and Young Miami on the right. But a part that Young Miami said in the interview with Shannon Sharp, when she said, "God, ew," I guess riled people's feathers enough that Lizzo had to ask about it. Let's play first Carisha's comments on Shay Shay.
Feel like society pushed women to get cosmetic surgery, be it BBL,
Yeah.
fillers, things of that nature. Why you feel that?
Because it's just like when you got a natural body, you look like a little boy. You don't got no sex appeal. You this and you that. When you do get the BBL, it's like, oh my God, your body fake. It's like if you natural, they hate you. If you got a BBL, they hate you. What do you want? Like people, I'm gonna just use this like Lizzo for example.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh my God, she's so fat. She looks so good now.
Right.
Now it's like, oh my God, ew.
She done had surgery. She done got life.
Yeah, like, oh my God, she need to stop. Like, pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Now, most folks thought that Carisha, aka Young Miami, was trying to defend Lizzo, taking aim at the trolls who always have something to say. But Lizzo, she didn't let that ew fly under the radar. She went live on her Twitch channel and decided to call Young Miami directly to ask her about what was said.
Oh, she's so fat, right? I remember that. But then they were like, ew. What is the ew? I have to know.
Like, you know how, like, people, when you before, like, your weight loss, people used to be like, oh my God, she need to lose weight. She too fat. That shit not cute. That's what I was pertaining to, that part. Like, people just was like, oh my God, she need to lose weight. That shit not cute. Like, that was the ew that I was pertaining to.
Oh, got you. Because you were like, and then she looks so good, and people are like, ew, because Shay Shay was like, oh, because what, she did surgery, or she did, you know what I mean? She's on Ozempic or whatever. Was that, I thought that you were kind of referring to, actually, I thought you were saying I got too little.
No. So what I'm saying now is like, people always have something to say. You know, like, woman is like, you need to lose weight. Then you lose weight, and it's like, oh my God, that don't look good on her. She, like, you just can never be,
right.
People can never be like, it's them if you do, them if you don't. It's kind of like what I was trying to say. Because it's like, for instance, sometimes I see some people saying, like, everybody say you look good, but then you have the little 5% that's just like, she looked better when she was fat.
Wow.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You know, I feel like Lizzo would be doing too much.
That was a lot, yeah.
That was, and you were like, Young Miami was being honest, and you on
She
this phone
was
trying to
very
drag
calm
it.
in her response. I have to, you know, applaud her for that. That was great.
I thought her comments on the Shannon Sharp show were pretty clear from the beginning. I don't know why they needed any clarification.
Sorry to interrupt you, Bill, but
what part I didn't see what she didn't understand.
Sorry, Bill. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Bill? I want to let him finish. He didn't finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I
bro.
don't even recall now. It's over.
All right. Well,
okay.
Lizzo didn't have an issue with what Young Miami said. Lizzo has an album to push. That's the only reason why she just decided to jump on a stream and call this woman to confront her. Because remember, in 2023, when Lizzo was accused of bullying and calling her backup dancers fat and making
Melissa
them do
being Lizzo
extra stuff, she was mum's the word for 2 years straight. Now you lose weight and all of a sudden you want to do public statements on stream? No.
So you think this was all a publicity stunt to try to get a viral moment?
Absolutely. Next.
Push the album.
We ain't gonna talk about him no more.
Okay. Bill, anything else to say about that? You good?
Good.
We also weren't supposed to talk about Kanye, but I'll let that one slide.
The Millennium Tour. Have you guys checked it out?
Absolutely.
I believe.
Trey Songz had a surprise guest. Emphasis on surprise. When a fan ran on stage mid-performance and got a little too comfortable. Trey, he dropped the mic and decided to square up like it seemed like he was like an extra on a Law and Order special. Here's his punch that he gave the guy.
Oh shit! She can't leave me alone.
And then got back in the wrong key. Please.
But we're not gonna for a second pretend like Trey Songz is wrong in this situation, right?
Okay, yeah. I'll present this to you: a viral moment in order to promote the tour, or actual.
No, this is a man at that who
because it seemed pre-planned. Like the punch was like, ooh,
the punch is like he can't fight. He can't fight. But like, you're a man. Why would you jump on the stage with me as I'm singing Panty Dropper? Boy, if you don't get the hell on.
Is that what song that was, bro?
He's singing Neighbors Know My Name.
Oh.
Jupiter Love.
If you're going to punch, you better do better than that. I don't think you handle yourself very well.
Really, I should have to punch it out because we're with security. And you know what I hate though? I'm good with security being big, but y'all got
album was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Big fat Rick Ross type dudes. Y'all got to stop getting them because they're not fast enough.
Yeah, they're not. Like, how did he get his arm all around?
That was about to drop Trey's panties. Like, you got to get better with quicker security.
Bill, what key was he in when he started?
K flat.
Marion, for his whatever is worth for him, also didn't have the greatest experience. He's also on the Millennium Tour, I guess the leading act of such tour. And this is what he had to do to the crowd to try to get them hyped up.
All y'all get your asses up. What the fuck? Get up. Get up. Get up. It's a concert. Get up. The fuck up. Don't get close to me.
Listen, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you just ain't got it, brother. And you ain't got it.
You know, in the crowd's defense, though, Omarion, you're the headliner of this show, which means they've had to sit through Trey Songz, Soulja Boy, Pretty
Bow
Ricky,
Wow.
Bobby Valentino, Lil Bow Wow, and Ray J. It's no way I'm getting up. Like, I got to sit down and rest my nerves because I got to drive home. Like, I'm stressed.
All these people are between the ages of 32 and 46 years old. Okay, these people are old.
You lucky
we do not got time
all
to
of
be
that.
sitting through 5 hours of foolishness.
Because I would be asleep. You hear
Just
me?
so you can sing "Post to Be" at the end to wrap it up. Like,
No, you ain't even got no confetti falling. Like, please.
I think my biggest issue is they have big audacity to actually be singing in these microphones. Where are lip syncers? Like, what's happening here?
Oh, are you?
Like, you guys know
paying
you
the people?
sing,
Jack.
like, why are you?
You gotta pay for them.
Why are you like singing for real? You guys are arrogant, man.
You gotta pay for them. Michael Jackson was paying for them lip syncers. Okay.
But was paying good money. And guess what? That baby was getting on there putting on a show.
Who was worse? Who went too far? Trey Songz or Omarion? Trey Songz with the punch.
Omarion.
Omarion went too far. Trey Songz was well within his rights to attempt to defend himself because security was horrible.
The security came with the little satchel over their press.
Because you know they was chilling, not expecting nothing to happen. And so when they finally saw him whooping on, they like,
fanny pack. He had the Prada fanny, the fake Prada fanny pack.
It was a little Prada pack.
While he accosted that criminal. All right.
That was
so I don't know why we're moving so slow tonight. But let's move on to Q&A.
I got a question. I got a question.
All right, Bill. This should be fast, by the way. We shouldn't have much to do after this, so let's go ahead. Bill, maybe if you introduce just.
Yep. Jason did that already. Since we're moving slow, we're jumping right in. All right, Bro Talk Live. I need some help navigating an awkward work situation without looking like a total loser. Loser, double loser, as if what? Okay. No, y'all don't remember that?
No.
Is that Clueless?
Well, there's this coworker, Lisa, who keeps calling me her worker. Oh, okay, let me.
Miss Lisa.
No, let me switch my tone because I thought this was
No.
There's this coworker, Lisa, who keeps calling me her work husband. At first, I just laughed it off, but now it's turned into a whole thing. She brings me coffee, saves me seats in meetings, and even joked, if only my real husband were as thoughtful as you in front of our team. The problem? My actual girlfriend is not amused. She straight up told me, you don't need a work wife. You already have a real one. Well, now, wait.
No, wait a minute.
Now, hold up, man.
Well, your girlfriend.
Did make you that.
We'll deal with it at the end. And honestly, I get it. It's weird, but now I'm stuck trying to shut this down without looking like I'm some whipped dude who had to be told to do it. I also have to keep working with Lisa, so I can't just be a jerk about it. How do I pump the brakes on this work marriage thing without making it awkward, or worse, looking like a guy whose girlfriend won't let him have fun at work?
That's what you are.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And my question will determine my answer. Question that I have is, you said your girlfriend has a problem with it, but it doesn't say here that your girlfriend works with you guys. So this leads me to believe that you went home and you told your girlfriend about Lisa. If that is the case, you are some whip dude who is being told what to do.
See, I have an issue before that. And it's in this line. My actual girlfriend is not amused, but she told me you don't need a work wife. You already have one. You don't even know the status of your relationship. That's the issue here. You don't know if you're married or you're single, which is why your work wife don't know the difference either, because you clearly at work aren't pretending you're in a relationship.
That don't mean that, Bill.
I don't do
Sometimes
the work
people
wife
just lay,
thing, but
sometimes
honestly,
people lay claim to their.
Let me tell you something. If you go to work today and somebody comes up to you, and if Lisa walks up to you like, yeah, this is my work husband, you're going to be like, no, I ain't. That's what you're going to do. Or you'll be like, I got a girlfriend. We ain't even that. We can be homies. We not that.
Ty,
Also, it's one thing to be whipped by your girlfriend at home. You whipped by this hoe at the job. Because Lisa said this in front of y'all coworkers, and you sat down in that seat. You drank the coffee too.
What are you
Like,
supposed to do? Say no, I'm not. You
No,
can't
I'm
embarrass
not.
Lisa in front of the homies. Like he still has to
You
have
embarrassed me in front of the homies.
Yeah, but you still have to have some sort of work relationship.
Lisa's in charge at work.
Again, Dex.
You whipped by your girlfriend at home and your work wife.
See, Lisa embarrassed him, and he sat down with that little cup of coffee and drank it.
And you know what's crazy? He started this off with, "Hey, bro, talk live." So like, you watch, and I do want to be respectful, but like, you got to start wearing your pants in at least one of those relationships.
Bill,
And I say you
that coffee, he don't like it.
Lisa,
He don't like it.
And didn't like it and still swallowed and said, best coffee I've ever had. My wife don't make it like this.
Now
Sorry,
Ty
Ty.
has to close this up.
Go
He is a
ahead,
good dog.
I don't do the work wife thing, but if that happened, I would have shut it down at the beginning. But however, if I didn't shut it down, I'm not going to wait to be told to shut it down.
But how do you shut it down? You didn't give him any advice.
Oh, just from the beginning, it's like I'm not really comfortable with the work wife thing, but we're cool. Just as soon as you hear it.
As soon as she said that in front of, I wish my real husband was as thoughtful as you. Well, I'm not your fake one either. So like, let's not.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell people you're not comfortable with the work wife thing. I don't
stop
really
right
do that.
there.
But it doesn't seem like
to a
he
back
might
room
go
and do that, or do you say that in front of people?
No. He could have done what a real man would have done and said, my real wife is not going to be okay with that.
Or
Blame it on her.
said,
you're a real man.
He could have said, if I'm not getting no panties, then you not my work wife. So if you want to give me the panties,
no, you're going to send him to HR.
So wait, we need to follow up.
You should have me to HR. You started this.
I need to follow up. We got some questions we need answered. Okay.
All right.
The first
If you
question
make me uncomfortable, make you uncomfortable too.
The first question we need answered is that your girlfriend or are you married? Okay. Is that your girlfriend or is that your real wife? That's number one. Number two, are you getting some of that? Is that why she thinks you her work husband? We need to know.
Is that it? Because I'll make sure.
And if you're not getting any, you should start.
I don't want our segment ending this way. So anyway,
That's the best way to end it.
Jason,
So I will wrap it up.
I don't wrap.
Here's how we wrap this up. Shut it down from the beginning and don't be told to shut things down. But when you get to work, pretend like you got a girlfriend back at home or a wife back at home. That typically does the trick. If you have more questions, comments, or concerns, and you would like to follow up with us, you viewer who wrote this nonsense letter, do follow up with the questions we're asking at www.brotalklive.com/questions. Jason?
So press record and let you feel me.
All right, we have 3 clips for the week since Dex failed to get me a 4th before the end of the show today. I really appreciate your efforts, but I understand it was a hard task. It was a crazy week in clips, crazy light week. This week, we're going to do the category. Dex was right. Yeah, like I blamed you.
Open my mouth. I'm the team player.
You're mad. All right, the category is going to be now come on. These are clips that make you like roll your eyes or do that little thing. Which clip of these move on? You guys ready? I said yes. I'm sorry. I can't.
Cool. Yes.
Yes.
What that lady do?
Oh, she said.
Marsha Fudge. Shout out to her. All right. Here we go. Clip number 1 is called Surfboard.
Two bitches so fine that I masturbated. Congratulations. She brings so good that I graduated. I'm fucking with the best masturbated. I'm trapping, baby. I whip my arm on my master's, baby. It's treasure, baby. I pull up and fuck up the trash, baby. I'm trash, baby. I'm killing these niggas cocaine.
Oh, can I tell you what annoyed me about that? And it's not what you think it is.
I know exactly what it is.
That one that jumped in at the end?
No, I just can't stand it. Like, your body is your body. I cannot stand to see no man in no pool with no shirt on. Like, that really drives me up.
Around. I knew it.
If you got the titties, you got the titties. Like, you do not need to put on a shirt to be in the pool. Like that drives me crazy.
I get it. I get it. Ty, anything to say? You good?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to
Right.
figure out what was happening. Like, are they drowning? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, they were drowning
And water they could stand up in.
Dex, you didn't like the tank though.
Did the guy come over and save the girl and the guy together? Like, what was that?
He saved
I
the
think
both.
they just made it back just in the nick of time.
If my woman and I are drowning, don't save her. I'll save her.
Oh, okay.
You know you couldn't do nothing because you had a tank top on in the pool.
I'll save her. Either I'll save us or nobody.
Or we die together.
We die. Shout out to Bruno Mars.
Outman me, come over here saving us.
Die with a smile. Next up, we have a woman who was trying to get a dog onto an airplane, but the dog seemed a little too big for the airport carrier.
All right, so she has to fit fully, and she has to have room to move as well. Yeah. So I just need to see it. So you can't fly like that, is what I'm saying. The dog has to be able to move a full circle, which she cannot do in that carrier. She went completely around in a circle. Ma'am, she's trying to. She just did. She's trying to. You even said it right now, she cannot. She just But did. You just even said it. You even admitted she cannot. Yes, she can. You just said it, she can't though. Yes. So therefore, yes, I said she could. So therefore, I am the supervisor on duty. That dog is entirely too big to fit in the carrier. To be in a carrier, smushed in the carrier like that. Do you have a bigger carrier that someone can bring you? This is the biggest carrier that you guys allow. So there is a little bit more ones that are stand up a little bit more than that. This one, that's why she can go.
She's gonna fly that dog on that plane across the country.
Smushed.
No, she wasn't.
Smushed.
No, she wasn't.
What do you mean? No, she wasn't. She's gonna let the dog
No,
out.
she wasn't. That lady, as soon as she got on that plane, she was gonna let that dog run free. That's what she wanted to do. She never intended for that dog to be in that carrier. This is why at the beginning of the dog's head was popped out, because the dog, even at the beginning, the dog was like, "What you put me under? You know I don't go on this." That dog was gonna run up and run that out like it owns the place. I'm telling you, that's what she wanted to do.
The dog's gonna cock up that leg.
She was really smushed that dog in there.
Ty, she would have been back there with you in 36D peeing on the side of your seat.
See, that's why I don't fly back there with y'all.
I know right. First class licking Dexter's face.
Because you know what? We don't play that up here. As soon as that dog would have came up my way, they would have been like, "Hey, look, do you want to fly or do you want to be eaten?" And that dog would have went on back to the back where it belonged.
36D.
I know you ain't right into the bathroom.
Which row would have went to? Back there with Ty.
36D.
I'm telling you, I'm not ashamed. You can't laugh at me.
36. And you know what's crazy? This is why that lady had so much time to talk to her. That lady was group 9. You see, there was nobody around her. She was the last person to get on
She was in board group F.
Don't do people who fly economy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I can't take that last boarding
bag force and squished together. That's fine.
They were like boarding group A, boarding group B, boarding group C. Okay, everybody else.
I'm in everybody else group. I'll be right back.
Get off the plane an hour and a half after it lands.
And what Duck said in the last one, I'll be the first one up to get off.
Jumping up.
Jason.
Jumping up. Look. Ty be on the plane. He jumped up fast like that dog was squished in that chair for 2 hours.
And be mashing that little overhead button and trying to mash that button.
Robbie doing laps around that airport trying to wait for them.
I actually want this clip to move on just because of our commentary.
We did move.
Absolutely.
We got one more. This one's called Haymakers.
What was happening on the ground behind them?
That was
they was on their,
UFC 303.
They was on there wrestling.
Amanda Nunez was over there kicking that girl's ass.
Look,
can you hear it again? It was too much going on. I got to focus on something different.
Amanda Nunez was on that floor giving turquoise pants the business. Okay,
but the girls though, I can't tell if they was fighting or henching. They was doing a little too much. Also,
loose.
So look, Ty, this is why I don't go to the gym.
That's why.
This is why I don't go to the gym.
I don't know. You ever throw one of them, like when you throw a hit like that, you could not miss. Like it takes so much energy, and they threw like a couple of them things and missed. Like it's so much energy to miss.
Meanwhile, turquoise pants was getting her face bit off on that floor.
Also, them boys was hopped up on the craziest steroids or the craziest pre-workout because he threw him into the machine and the guy just came out like the Terminator. Like I'm still here.
C4. That C4 ain't no joke.
That's one of the videos that catch you. It's like a lot going on. I guess the girlfriend
He probably did that C4 with 2 scoops with no water. He probably just scooped that in his mouth and swallowed it.
Some of them be snorting that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
I can't take it.
Yeah, that's that coke tie.
She
That's not
was
crazy.
turning that girl on that loose.
She threw that girl. Yo, that girl don't have no face on that ground. Turquoise pants. Rest in peace. Because it was not pretty for you. Turquoise pants was fighting. Did you see that overhand right?
You think
the
Turquoise
skull of Turquoise pants?
You think Turquoise pants was dating Red Shirt?
100%.
That was a couple together. They getting their tails whooped.
Yeah, they didn't know how to fight. They wasn't ready. They were probably big-ish talkers. It wasn't ready.
That was good to me.
All right, which one's going on? I'm sorry.
That one.
Come on.
That one for sure.
It's weird because as far as like what the actual category is, I would say the middle one or the first one. But this last clip was perfect. So just all 3 of them.
So the middle one was the dog carrier. The first one was surfboard.
Muscle shirt.
Muscle shirt.
Which one's muscle shirt?
The first one.
Oh,
Dex being mad just might have a muscle shirt on in the
You didn't like that one. Okay. All right. So Ty, what's yours? Go ahead.
I'm going with Jim Scrapple.
Okay, Jim Scrapple. Go ahead,
Wobble,
Bill.
No, I'm going with that wrestling match that took place at the gym 2 seconds ago. That's what I'm going with.
Dex, which one you going with?
I gotta go with muscle shirt because that pissed me off.
All right. I would have gone with pocket poodle. So we're gonna go ahead and go give it with Bill. Bill and Ty is gonna get this one. Although Darren did say pocket poodle should have won.
That's a good
All of them were great. Maybe we'll do a two for this week.
Just go ahead. We skipped the clip.
Okay. All right, Dex. Do we have time for your does it? Is it short?
It really quickly, yes.
Okay.
Dexter, do it quickly.
Yes.
Dexter, do it quickly.
Here we go. Dexter does it, ain't on the man. Trying not the favors, sticking with the plan. Wanna take you on a journey, show you how it's done. Dexter's in the house, let's have some fun.
my favorite segment of the show. This is Dexter Does It. Now, a couple weeks ago, I did a Dexter Does It, and I said that if you were to spray cologne on a tampon and put it on the wall in your closet, like your clothes then absorb.
I saw one about Vaseline, by the way, as well.
And a lot of people. Oh yeah, I've done that before. And a lot of people.
Hold up, you put globs of Vaseline on your neck and sprayed it with cologne. Or
oh no, that's not what I saw. I saw where the one that I saw is where you spray the Vaseline with the cologne so that it always kind of has that smell.
Oh, Jason's talking about when you put a little Vaseline on and put cologne on top of it, it makes it last long.
Oh, that's poor people stuff. I don't do nothing.
That's poor people stuff.
Yeah. So, but a lot of people told me
Vaseline.
Huh?
Who is out here using Vaseline?
I love that.
Petroleum jelly. You not here for that, Bill?
Using the petrol, clogging up that skin.
Oh,
Ty used to get basted up like a chicken going into the rotisserie.
Yeah.
Okay. In college.
You don't see me now?
It still do. Grease to the nine. You never catch me. Let's go.
But people were telling me that they actually tried that and they said it actually does work. So thank you guys for letting me know that.
Hold on. So you're saying someone actually sprayed a pad or a tampon?
Well, they said that they did. They said they sprayed a pad and they put it in their closet and they could smell it in their closet. They smell it on their clothes. They smell the perfume.
I don't think anyone was doubting that it would work. It was just the idea of doing so was ridiculous.
Well, I'm here to help. Now, this is a very quick one. I think a lot of people may know this, but like I just kind of learned it recently, so I wanted to share it. This is a two method situation. So if you guys are the type of people that make like ground beef, right? And like you can't pour the grease down the sink, there's two things you can do. One, you can line your sink with aluminum foil. And then when you pour the meat into the drainer, it falls into the aluminum foil. You ball that up, put it in the bag, and freeze that bag and throw that out. That way, you have no grease. You have no grease going down your drain. Another method is if you're doing the ground beef, you move it over to the side, let the grease come to the end of the pan, and then just grab a couple paper towels and put it in there, and those paper towels would absorb the grease.
Sop up that grease. That's what
and then that way. And then that way you have no grease going down your sink. That is Dexter Does It for the week.
Get your little piece of white bread. That's all you gotta do. And lean that pan over and sop up that grease with that white bread. Throw a little hot dog on that thing, and you got yourself a lunch.
You
just went too far for me. White bread.
Yeah, I'm speaking in 1940s language right now. Don't mind me.
But like, what are you eating white bread for?
You don't eat white bread?
That grease.
First of all, white bread is the best bread for peanut butter and jelly. So I don't want anyone.
I'm allergic to peanut butter. If I ate peanut butter, I'd die.
Potato bread is the best.
I didn't allergic to peanut butter. I could have killed you years ago.
Like easily.
That weak.
And you know what's funny? This is off topic, but the last time we had a family gathering, and like y'all know I like a little bit of attention, and they wasn't paying me no attention like at all. And there was like cashews on the table, and I said they better pay me some attention or I shut all this shit down.
Do y'all have a little container under the sink for like Maxwell coffee?
There you go. Get your little can up under the zinc.
No, we don't drink coffee in my family.
Listen,
pods.
Y'all use vegetable oil to cook.
Yes,
not that Crisco though. I be using that Wesson.
Yes.
Crisco? Who is using Crisco?
Oh, Crisco. I'm saying that come in that can. That's why I was saying.
Yeah, it is not the 1900s. Okay, nobody's gonna be frying a thing in no Crisco and no lard.
The people don't use Crisco no more.
Okay, they don't. Crisco's like this white stuff, right? They scoop it out of the little.
It's pork fat.
Or you take some of that. You take that little paper towel and you put it in that muffin tin. That's how you grease your muffin tins.
Yeah, you did a little dip on the paper towel and go around.
Yeah, exactly. Go around that side.
Jason, you from the old way.
I'm so old fashioned.
That is.
Jason, you be doing poor stuff. I'm really concerned.
Hold up. So why you gotta freeze the oil before you, if it's already in the tin foil? Why you gotta freeze the oil?
You're not gonna throw oil in your garbage can, are you?
It's in the tin foil. That aluminum foil is going to keep it. Like you don't have. It's not going to absorb it.
You gonna keep it, Jason?
You have to freeze it.
What's going to keep it?
That tinfoil.
The aluminum foil.
What you going after that?
That aluminum foil. So when you wrap it up, it's going to be cool by time. It's not going to like seep into the aluminum.
No, but like the aluminum foil sits in your sink as a cup. It's like a cup that goes into the hole of your sink.
Right, but you take it out.
You take that out and you put that in a freezer.
And then
all you gotta do is take it out, ball it up, and throw it in the trash can. That's what I'm saying. Why you
cannot ball up aluminum foil with grease in it? That
Why
defeats
can't
the
you?
purpose of touching. Jason, that's like that literally is like this. My hand is
How big is y'all bags? How much grease is y'all putting in these pans?
Dexter, put that cap on there.
Look,
you talk. What you frying? You frying chicken or you frying bacon? What kind of grease we talking?
No, you're frying.
Why are you putting? Well, hold on. Why are you putting grease in that pan? You frying bacon? Bacon make its own grease.
But
That's what I'm saying. You just pouring out that excess.
This is how to get rid of the grease.
Yeah, but how much grease we talking?
It doesn't matter. It's a low amount of grease. I'm just saying you put it in.
Ball that thing up and throw it in the trash. He'll be fine.
Why would you put grease in the garbage can, Jason?
Why not?
Because it's a smell, boy.
Trash go out.
It ain't gonna smell. Take your trash out.
Okay. Well, you know what?
How long you be having that trash? Dex, you be having dirty diapers and stuff in that trash can for days?
I have a diaper pail that I put my trash cans in. Which, by the way, Ty told me was a waste of money, and he was wrong.
It was very wrong. Diaper genies are
I
amazing.
do that thing. I throw them in bags.
Okay, thank you, Dex, for your Dexter does it. I don't think I'll be using any of it, but
because you don't get it. I'm gonna show you how to do
it. Wait. What do y'all do with the empty bottles or the grease that y'all have been using the whole time? What you do with them little bottles?
I don't have empty bottles of grease.
So how are you frying up anything? What are you using to cook?
You use the grease and you throw the bottle in the garbage can.
I do not fry
one ply.
He used fresh grease every time. He don't got Bill, he don't got no flavor. Flavor is not his.
Well, I'll be damned if I'm finna sit up with a thing of grease.
Oh, I'm not doing no reused grease. Like I'm not sitting around.
Y'all don't know flavor. Y'all don't
and you know what? That's another thing.
That's up to
This is another thing I want to give y'all. This is a free tip for y'all. And after this, we're gonna end the show. When you are frying chicken or frying fish, I don't know if y'all do it like how I do, but like I use a Ziploc bag and I put the batter in the Ziploc bag and you toss it over in there. Do y'all do that?
No, I don't fry.
What type of batter? What type of batter?
Like fish fry or like flour.
I don't do wet batter.
I'm not having grease all on my walls and cabinets. So I'm gonna keep that fine stuff.
So anyway, like a lot of people do it, and they put some of y'all use like a bag from the grocery store. I don't do that. I use like a Ziploc bag. So people
why would you just disparage the grocery worker?
Some of y'all use that bag from the grocery store.
I will be good and goddamn if I use a bag that I've gotten out of the grocery store that everybody and their mom has touched, put the food in the bag, brought the bag into the house.
What do you mean everyone and their mama? The bags you touch are fresh, Dex. They don't get
right out of the
bags
box.
and recycled.
Just, if you believe those bags that you touch at the grocery store are fresh, I can sell you some air.
They're pressed. They're not.
They
don't got no wrinkles.
Box. The bags from the supermarket come in a box.
You're right. What are you talking about?
Until they put on there to put your stuff in.
And then you put your food in there, right?
Yeah.
Then you bring it home. Then you bring it home and sit it down somewhere. Then you're gonna pull it out and throw some flour in there to put your chicken in there. That makes sense. That don't sound crazy to you?
It's a bag.
Okay, that's what y'all do. I don't do that. I use Ziploc bags.
I use Ziploc too, but I just don't see a bad thing about using.
I don't fry nothing at all.
Keep doing it. Moral of the story is once you toss your chicken or your fish or your pork chop in that batter.
Pork chop.
That was for me.
I know for sure
you know that was for
find food up in Crisco. You can't say nothing else to me. Pork chop. That's you trying to present to be uppity. I know for sure you using them little yellow ShopRite bags to toss that daggone stuff and you frying pork chop. You go about your business.
And I only said pork chop because I know Jason fries pork chop.
Jason fries pork chop in a minute.
I don't eat pork chops. But anyway, the moral of the
pork
story
chops in my freezer right now. I'm going to thaw them things.
Do a pork chop.
Fry them hard, okay?
The moral of the story is once you toss it in the batter, and a lot of people don't throw it away, but the batter is garbage immediately. I should never come to your house and look in your cupboard and see used fish batter.
That is disgusting.
That you're going to
that is disgusting.
People do that, and you should not be doing that.
That is disgusting.
That fish that you tossed up in there, It was not.
Yeah, I will say fish oil because I don't be using the same oil that I fry fish in that I use when I fry my pork chops in. That's two different types of oil.
You use that chicken grease, don't it?
So you reuse oil
Yeah,
to
that
fry.
chicken and that pork mix. It got a little
Yuck. Jason, I can't live that life no more. I want you to come out of that. The
The
Lord is calling
idea
you
of
out.
reusing oil is crazy to me.
I'm not reusing oil.
We
if
used
I
to
can.
Reusing oil is insane. Oil is like $1.
But it's not about that. It's about the
$1.
flavor
Where
that
you
you
get that
get from what was cooked in it previously.
It is that flavor.
Yeah, I don't
You
understand
know,
good cooking.
You know what I'm about to tell you. A little salt and pepper will give you the same flavor. Like it ain't changed.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Ty
Buster.
grew up in a boarding school
They
in
think they
Dex.
got some superior flavor skills.
We do.
You don't.
We do.
Throw
We
that
came
stuff
the old
away.
way. We
You think
know
6
the
pouring
way.
out that old grease. Throw that away.
Yeah,
We
please.
It's
know
not
the way.
old. It's seasoned. It's not
seasoned.
Nah, throw that grease away.
Seasoned
Flavors.
Get one of them cast iron pans y'all never watched.
Because what happens is the season that you put into that flour when you fry that chicken up hard is that you
time.
put in
Fry
that
Fry
seasoning.
that chicken up hard in that
And
cast iron skillet.
Exactly, and that seasoning drips off of the chicken and goes into the oil. So your oil gets flavored by
Yes,
the
it do.
process of you frying that chicken the first time.
Yes, you do.
My
Y'all don't
sister-in-law
understand
came
it.
over. My sister-in-law came over and she fried us fish, and she was like, "What do y'all want me to put the oil?" And I said, "In the garbage."
Oh gosh.
I'm not sitting around with no oil, that little like oil all white. Everybody trying to put.
I'm gonna put that on Facebook tomorrow because I think a lot of people need to know this.
Y'all be doing. I don't care about no flavor.
Cause y'all nasty. That's what that is. Yeah, this is how recipes get lost. We losing recipes, Bill.
We are
need to lose
losing
them
the
fast,
recipes.
If the recipe requires old oil, you can keep that.
Y'all
and
be
add it-
scrubbing y'all be scrubbing them cast irons with soap too.
Scrub it good too.
You know what's crazy? I had a cast iron skillet. I used a cast iron skillet one time, and then I did it with the soaked up. And my mom had a conniption.
Because
Like,
you're
"Oh, not supposed to
crazy.
do that."
Because
So
you
then I
can't
listened
go wearing no cast iron skillet out with no soap.
So then I did what they say to do. I used the salt and all that kind of stuff like that. And after finishing it, like cleaning it, doing the salt, you're not supposed to scrub it and all that kind of stuff
Right.
like that. After that, I never touched that thing again because there's no way I'm eating off of it.
I need you to grow up, okay?
My cast iron still sitting there with a little rust from my soap. Right.
People have been eating like
I don't
that
got
for centuries.
For centuries.
Grow up.
So y'all are welcome to come restore it and use it yourselves.
And a lot of
No
those
story.
people who ate like that are missing limbs now too.
You can wash it every now and then, but it's like
And
every
Big Mama,
2
your
to
arm.
3.
Yeah.
Every 2 to 3 years, you know, you got
Big Mama, your arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I'm gonna come pick up that cast iron skillet and take it off your hands. You ain't using
Yeah,
it.
mine
season
too.
it.
You can have.
Season
Yeah,
it
you
up
definitely
proper.
have.
I'm gonna come get them.
Ain't using
No.
those cast iron skillets, nothing but not. Never mind. You can't say that here.
Look, all right, let's end it while we still have a show.
It's time to wrap this thing up.
Please follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bro Talk Live. Our Twitter has been bumping lately, right, Dex?
It has been.
Okay, there we go. Let's make sure Instagram can do the same thing coming soon.
TikTok too.
Okay. Well, look, someone posted TikTok, so I'm happy for that person that posts. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, thanks for tuning into another edition of Bro Talk Live. Share this with a friend if you like the show, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. We will see you guys next week. Peace out. Deuces.